Woo. I got a waft of it. Hi everyone, welcome to Sur La Table. I am Meredith Abbott and today I'm going to show you how to make Carne Asada. There's a lot of ingredients, don't be intimidated. They all serve a purpose. Most importantly, you have your skirt steak, like here. For the marinade, the stars are really just some dried chilies. We have dried ancho chilies and dried guajillo chilies. Then we have fresh cilantro, dark brown sugar, limes, oranges. You kind of want some tart ones. Stay away from the ones that are called juicing oranges. They're gonna be a little too sweet. Then we have garlic, fish sauce, soy sauce, whole coriander, whole cumin seeds, chipotle peppers, salt, and olive oil. For the first step, we need to toast our spices and our chilies. So in a small skillet, we're going to heat that about medium high. We want to toast our whole spices so that they release natural oils and really become more fragrant and pungent. And we're just going to shake our pan, giving it little shimmy shakes. We don't want these to burn. And I'm using a mortar and pestle today. It's been around for ages. You used to see them in the old apothecary shops. So this is quite easy. I'm just going to press and kind of spin it around. We just want to break up these spice seeds. Coriander smells like Fruit Loops. It's very citrusy, and the cumin is almost like smoky. Just like so, set that aside. Now we're going to prepare our chilies. We're going to toast these. You could also microwave them too, just to soften them a bit. We have two different types. We have our ancho, which is a dried poblano pepper. So this one is going to be milder in heat. The guajillo is a dried mirasol pepper that is a little bit more heat than our poblano. So each one's gonna lend a little bit different of a flavor profile. We just don't want the stems or the seeds. We're gonna remove those. So you can hear it kind of just sounds like a rattle in there. We're gonna knock those out. So dump that out. You can save these seeds if you need to add heat to another recipe. But for this one, we're just looking for the chili flavor, not so much the chili heat. Now, if you ever eat something that's a little too spicy for you, best thing to do is to drink a glass of milk. There is a reaction with the capsaicin, which is the heat in your peppers, and with the milk itself. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in. It's still a little warm. So we're just going to shake this as they kind of replump and soften. So I'm just gently turning these with my fingertips. They're very wrinkly, they'll be less wrinkly. And that's what you're looking for. Okay, and now that we've toasted our spices, we've toasted our chilies, we are now ready to make our marinade. So let's grab our toasted chilies, drop those into the blender. While we're talking about chilies, we're gonna go ahead and add in our chipotle peppers and adobo. These are jalapeno peppers that have been smoked and put into a sauce. These are the ones that you find jarred or canned. So we have 2 tablespoons of lime juice, and then we need 3/4 cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. I have one of these great wooden reamers in here. You place it into the middle and twist as you squeeze that orange around into our blender. And now we need to get 6 garlic cloves. So in goes our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cloves. And then now we need to add in the rest of our liquids. We like to build up the liquids in the base of our blender so that when we start it, those blades have something to catch in and it'll pull down the rest of the ingredients. So we have our fish sauce, soy sauce, we have our dark brown sugar, we have our toasted and ground spices that we made earlier. Then we need 2 tablespoons of oil. Again, this is going to help round out those flavors. 1 small bunch of cilantro with the thick woody stems ripped off. And plop those in. And now we're ready to blend. And then as it starts to pull in, we're going to increase the speed. Good, and we don't want to waste any of this marinade. It is looking smooth. It's all one color. There's no large chunks of anything. We are ready to now marinate our meat. Before I stick the beef in, we are going to adjust the seasoning on this a little bit. Because we don't have any seasoning on our steak so far, we want to season this with salt. Get a good pinch, so maybe a half a teaspoon of salt. Take a spoon, stir it in. So now I'm adding the pieces into the marinade. As I add them, I'm going to turn them, kind of move them around the bowl so they're all coated all the way through. Once they're coated, it just needs to go into your refrigerator to marinate. It will stay there minimum 20 minutes up to a couple hours. Okay, and now we're ready to grill our steak. I'm going to start preheating this. We want to really char this steak. I will also recommend that you turn on your hood vent because this is going to get a little smoky. I've got mine on. You should definitely have yours on at home. I'm going to take my oil, grab one of your steaks and lay it on. You want to hear some sizzle. That's what we want to hear. And we're going to leave this uncovered. I really want all that excess marinade to evaporate off. So we're going to cook this on each side 3 to 5 minutes. I'm starting to see some grill marks, just like so, which is a great start. I want them to be a little darker. There you go, now I'm starting to smell some char. Okay, we're on our final pieces of steak. They're all about ready to come off, and I know that because we've got some good char, some really nice caramelization on both sides. You see how much these pieces shrink up as they cook. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off this grill pan. Now they just need to rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. This just helps all of those juices redistribute into the meat that were disturbed during the cooking process. All right, now that we've got our steak sliced, you can either serve it like this or you can assemble it into tacos, which is my favorite way of eating carne asada. I have some homemade corn tortillas that you can also find the recipe for on Tortilla.com. I'm gonna layer each tortilla with a few slices of the steak. These are small, they're supposed to be like street tacos size, so not too much filling. I have some charred Tomatillo salsa, which you can also find on Tortilla.com. The tanginess of that salsa is amazing against the kind of smokiness of the skirt steak. Then I like to serve it also with some diced white onion. Again, kind of cuts through the richness. I'm gonna add a couple cilantro pieces, then a little squeeze of lime, and there you have it, carne asada tacos. Enjoy. For recipe videos, cooking classes, and more, visit Tortilla.com.